We're back. DOC, Rick Doc Walker, alongside the youngest in charge, Lynnell Willingham, getting you ready
Oh yeah.
for Commanders and Seahawks and DOC. I know you'll be in the building for a very special reason on Sunday night. Get the people hip real quick here.
Well, James Arthur Monk, having his jersey retired, one of my favorite teammates of all time, and just a great competitor. Doesn't say a whole lot, but that made him even more interesting when you realize the fire he had in his gut to be a winner and a champion. And the story's great. I know it's been well told, but as a guy that was with this brother every day and got a firsthand visual at how a champion is developed at wide receiver on special teams, he was it. And I just don't want to have his day spoiled by some guys that go out there and don't give 100%. So my whole thing is that I'm a nervous wreck because I don't want this day spoiled.
I totally agree with you. It's going to be talking about Sunday night at home against the Seattle Seahawks. Doc, also know that just from talking to you off the record, you're pretty excited about a look that you're going to be able to resonate with Washington debuting their Super Bowl era uniforms on Sunday Night Football. They went out to practice earlier today, and you're seeing Jayden wearing the helmet. And I'll be honest, this is why our dynamic is so special. See, you associate you associate the traditional uniform with winning and things of that nature and Super Bowls, which you should, because that was, your era. For me, man, I mean, that's what I was introduced as, is what I know the Redskins to look like. But man, it just brings up a lot of painful memories for me. And I am hopeful that Jayden Daniels and Dan Quinn and this new regime that's here in town can continue to create new, positive, lasting memories, similarly to what we had last year, making it all the way to the NFC Championship.
For those of you that have called Penn State boring in their uniform, I love their uniforms. I'm so glad that Maryland's back to the scripted Terps. Tradition is so hard to maintain, and so many hours and hours are put in by people who dedicate to a symbol. And I feel empty when I look at the field and don't see our uniform. So I'm gonna be thrilled. I've adopted the Commanders, and I'm pulling for them because it's burgundy and gold
Right.
most of the time.
Most of the
But
time, right?
most of the time, yeah, people just don't realize it. And now when I say people who didn't compete in team sports,
Yeah.
who don't know what it's like to be a champion, and so they talk it. They have other interests. And I'm for everything the game has to offer now. Love it all. Love all the game boards, Madden. I love it all. But it's like a soldier. You either have trained to go to war or you haven't.
Point blank. Yeah. I
Yeah. So
told
you're gonna look at everything differently. You it's just, and so I'm pulling for it, and it will really, really, really irritate the hell out of me if I don't see the effort that would be similar to the effort that was put forth in the first half in Kansas City. They showed me what they're capable of doing it. Now, are they consistent? And can we make this what we do every day? Can we live up to all their slogans? How about just consistency,
yeah.
4 quarters of playing Commanders football?
And honestly, I think you took the words right out of my mouth in terms of like, well, now you've showed us. See, you're in trouble now. Yeah, you lost the game. Yeah, your backs are against the wall, but you showed me that you're at least capable of putting forth the effort that we've been waiting for 8 weeks. In that first half, just to revisit
Yep.
Kansas City here briefly before we move on, I mean, it was everything that you wanted to see. Most importantly, from the defense. Now, the offense obviously less than to be desired. You left points out on the field, but I think with Jayden expected to come back on Sunday night, it eases some of my concerns with the offense. But for the defense, man, I was saying it all week on radio, man. Like, I thought defensively, it was a really, really good effort. And I know most folks are going to look at the second half and go, well, damn, how can you call that a good effort? Man, when you aren't supported defensively by your offense, I got to grade you on a different curve I wanted to bring you a number, DOC, that kind of tells the story of where things have gone for this Commanders offense, the group that I have high expectations for, that you have high expectations for. They're 30th, Doc, in average time of possession. Last year, they ranked 7th in that category. So if you're looking for reasons as to why this group is where they are, is where it is right now through 8 weeks, I just think they're simply not executing. They're not playing complementary football. I think this offense coming up here on Sunday night against Seattle, they're the group that I think has the biggest challenge on the night. Because that Seattle defense is no joke. Baby Belichick, as you like to call him, leading that group.
Yeah, that's what I call him. It's a perfect matchup because you have a no-nonsense organization coming in to play you.
Off the bye,
I mean,
too,
they
Doc.
are just fundamentally sound, nasty as a nail, as a rusty nail. I'm telling you, it is perfect. You will not be able to talk your way into anything against the Seahawks because they're coming here to embarrass you. Because they don't get a lot of that national pub that they'd like to unless they're playing the Niners. And that's a chip on their shoulder. And say what you want to say. Every coach that was up for a job the year both these guys were, whoever didn't get hired has got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
And so that's going to always, if you can't convince me that McDonald wanted to leave Baltimore area with his family, go all the way to the Pacific Northwest.
Right. I think that's a hell of a point.
See, yeah, thank you. I'm sure I'll hear it again. But so what I'm saying is that deep down inside, my boy got a fire that's burning. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Fierce competitors. What are we going to do about it? And are we going to be able to run the ball off tackle again? We have 3 outstanding running backs, and all of them are starving from malnutrition. So it's up on us. It's up to Quinn. Either feed them or die with them. But either way, you can figure it out the hard way. But for God's sake, do me a favor. Do it for Art. Yeah. This brother played special teams. He did everything ever asked of him. Never bitched about anything. And I don't want his party spoiled. I want a victory because he's a champion. And he deserves that. And to have that look, you think I'm pissed off now. Mess around and go out there and lay in that uniform.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel you, though. Seattle comes in as the 10th ranked defense in the NFL in terms of yards per game. From a points per game standpoint, they're right amongst the top teams in the NFL as well, giving up the 7th most points per game, giving up 19 points per. So this is a group that can get after you. Their pass rush is ferocious. They got 5 or 6 or 7 different guys that they're rotating up front that get after the quarterback. Lynnell Williams on the interior is the guy that I'm worried about. And you mentioned Washington's run game struggling here over the past couple of weeks, and I think we've had some honest conversation about it. There's a multitude of different reasons why they're struggling to run the football. But damn, Doc, if you thought this was a get-right game to get your run game going, think again. Seattle, the #1 run defense in the National Football League in terms of yards per game, yards per play, rushing touchdowns allowed. They've allowed 2 rushing touchdowns all year long. They're near the top of the league in terms of not allowing the explosive runs either. Doc, is this one of those games, because you're going to have JD5 back, is this one of those games where you throw to set up the run, or do you just got to execute it better? Because I'm of the latter mindset here. The execution, to me, has been the bigger problem in the run game.
Well, it really just depends on what your personality is. If it's my group, I'm telling them stats don't mean nothing to me because they haven't done it against us.
Right.
I don't give a damn about anybody's stats if we're not included in it. So the question is, will they get a chance to tee off at us? Or will we be sprint draw and will we be rolling out? I mean, you really want to establish this thing in the first quarter, we need to come out and run 10 straight times. But the chance of that happening to me showing up at the stadium at 7 feet tall is probably about as likely. So no, I'm done. I'm done with these. I'm done with all this. We know what we can do. The question is, will we be allowed to do it? Yeah. That's the question. We got young talent. Will they get on the field? We got young receivers. One of them catch it? The other one, will they throw it at him?
Yeah.
So this is really, man, truth of consequences. This is all on our team, our staff, our management. Show us who you are. I can't wait to see the real you.
That's the biggest question. And I go back to last year, Doc. I think it's the perfect parallel. Remember that beatdown that we gave the Tennessee Titans? Going into that one, I remember the talk all
Yeah.
week is,
Oh, yeah.
well, could you
Yeah,
get your
run it,
run game?
Junior.
Could you get your run
Simmons.
game? Yeah, Simmons and the rookie that they drafted, and then Washington
Yeah.
goes out and rushes for 250 yards on the afternoon. I think it's a similar game coming up on Sunday. Your backs are against the wall. You've lost 3 in a row. It's literally the same set of circumstances, Doc. It's so ironic because everyone keeps looking at it as this is not the team to get your run game right against. I think, like you said, it's all about us. Are we going to target properly in the run game? Are we going to have that mentality to continue to run it even when it's not working? On Monday night against the Chiefs, Doc, and I know this will make you throw up, they ran the ball on consecutive plays just 5 times throughout the whole game. Meaning back-to-back runs. We saw that 5 times. That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I go. And Strober, shout out to your producer. He's feeding you some really good notes. I haven't heard you this sharp this year. This is good.
Oh, man.
What I'm saying is that I can't wait. I will be hyperventilating because I just want to get to this game to find out who we are. Are our people getting to our players? Staffs, it's your job to communicate the script, the role. Now can you get them to do it? No different than our parents. They told you what to do. That didn't mean we did it.
Right.
Yeah, so, so I'm questioning everybody is right now is being judged. Who are you?
Yeah.
Is this going to be, because I heard guys like yourself, you'll be talking about playoffs, you'll be going through you and Kevin scenarios, how y'all can do all this. Let me get you on a secret. You have to win a damn game. Then it works itself out.
Yeah. And are you, well, I already know where you stand with this, so I don't even want to ask you this question. I'll phrase it as a statement then. I think we all believe this is a must-win game coming up on Sunday night against Seattle because of the reason that you just mentioned. You don't want to fall to 1-5 in the conference, because if you fall 1-5 in the conference, the likelihood of you making the playoffs is totally out of the window. But, Doc, Tuesday is the National Football League trade deadline. Should Sunday's result influence what they do at the deadline in terms of whether they're buyers, sellers, or staying pat?
I don't have a read on these people. I
don't think anybody does.
And I don't want to waste your time because they don't stick to any pattern. So why would I figure it out? Plus, it's not my job. My job is to evaluate their results. And I have a pretty good feeling for what that's going to look like if they don't get this program jacked up. And they probably will get it done. I would wager on them to succeed with it based on the first half effort against Kansas City. If they got that in them, now can we get it on demand?
Yeah.
That might have just been on accidental. If they can get that on demand and produce it, because that's what training is all about. Being able to predict and produce an outcome. We do a hell of a job about telling you what movie's going to be playing. Then when you get in the theater, the film snaps. They're just wheeling around. You don't get to see the movie.
Yeah.
See, so pretty soon they start calling people like that scam artists.
Yeah.
We've had that here. We know what that looks and feels like. Talk is cheap. That's why I go. I let you do all the talking. I'm going to just try to do all the evaluating.
For sure. Man, it's a big game. I'm thinking about it in terms of, like, over my lifetime, where does this rank in terms of the importance level? I mean, first and foremost, it's never a good thing, and it shows you're not in a good place when your season can be determined in the month of October. That means you didn't do what you're supposed to do from the outset of this thing. One conversation that we've been having a lot, and I know it's starting to irritate me. I already know it just rubbed you the wrong way a couple of different times throughout the season. This idea that the injuries are some sort of excuse as to why the team has started off this way. It's a big conversation on social media. It's a big conversation on Sports Talk Radio, and I believe we've briefly touched on it here on this show. When you look at Adam Peters, who a lot of folks feel like Doc is wearing Teflon around here, is it fair to point some of the blame in his direction for their inability to overcome the injury bug? Because we've had this conversation before, and you astutely brought up San Francisco and Detroit, but
Thank you.
You said the difference.
I'm glad you remembered.
But the difference in those programs, as I listened, that you said, and I totally agree with you, the difference in those programs is that they've been established for 3 and 4 years, so they've had the time to build the floor of this roster. Is it fair to look at the grocery picker this early in the process?
Well, it just depends on your own personality. You already said it. It took Detroit, got their teeth kicked in for 2 straight years.
Yeah.
Before it goes. So you answered your own question. You want to judge him after what? You have the right to do it, but people are going to look at you sideways. And I'm going, what difference does it make? One group is able to get their group to outperform the other. But it's not equal because it's a different timelines.
Right.
If you're not impressed with what Detroit did last year, being
with all the
favorite,
injuries,
yeah, with the favorite, and then they get beat in the championship game, then you just don't know ball. We don't have that many people hurt. Well, we've got people that are underperforming.
Right.
I don't buy the injuries. They drafted 3rd-round kid at wide receiver. Why the hell are they playing? And why the hell did they teach him how to catch the ball? That's on them. Talking about injuries, he's there. He's fine. They're healthy. They got high draft picks in the D-line. They're healthy. They're fine. They just don't make plays at the level that you would like them to make it, to make plays. And the pressure guys, you got injuries. Yeah, you lost some people. A good program is always thinking, what if? What if I lose this guy? What if and I'm sure they do it too. But they picked them. Don't tell me you got a problem with it. Nobody assigned these people to them. They chose them. They chose them. So either A, the shopper should be beheaded, or C, the trainer should be beheaded. But it's on them.
Yeah.
It's not the kid's fault.
So I'm glad you brought up, because this is another thing that's driven me up a wall over the past several days. People are wondering why the pass game, Doc, is where it is right now. And obviously, your quarterback has missed 2 games, but it's only been 2 games. And you have, one of the highest paid backups in the National Football League. So I'm not totally giving them a pass and excusing them for, what do they rank right now? This is the 24th ranked passing game in the NFL. I totally agree with what you said. Their plan, the best way I can describe it, Doc, their insurance plan at wide receiver needed to be Blue Cross Blue Shield. It needed to be Kaiser, right? It needed to be one of these top-tier insurances. They ended up with Medicaid. That's what they ended up with the wide receiver. You knew Deebo Samuel was not going to give you 17.
Gave you that. That was excellent.
Hey, man, this is off the cuff. This is off the cuff right here with you.
I don't believe that.
But
whoever did that, that's old money. No, really, that's late night quality.
I'm telling you.
That.
Look,
that is well produced. Well, that's on them, and then they don't want to blame themselves. See, here's the catch-22. When you've been around greatness, and you've witnessed it, it's kind of hard for anybody to pull the wool over your eyes. See, that's why all that talk, it doesn't mean anything to me.
It's hard to buy.
Because my guy slept there 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
We lost 5 in a row. He didn't go home. So I've seen what that commitment looks like. I've seen what practice looks like where you hate everybody around you.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to party, but they wasn't there when everybody was out there fighting and pissed off and angry, and because you're doing 40-play scripts.
Yeah.
You do goal line in season. So, and not that you have to do that.
Right.
Sean McVay is proven you don't. But you better be smarter than the average guy. If you don't, either you're physical or you're a brainiac.
One of the two.
Can't be either or. because it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. The good teams are both. Or you just Philly, and they got the simplest game plan going.
Yeah.
They're just going to smash you. And if you can, it's like Michigan. Either you're going to hold up to this or you're not.
Point
But
blank.
we don't have to stay here all day and go through this. This is a line of scrimmage battle, and we're not giving up that battle. We're not going to beat us in our game. Then there's the imagination, the innovators. They want to have you guessing and you run the wrong way, and that's what gets their chops off. Yeah. They love deception. It's an illusion. It's mirrors. House of mirrors. See, they're the hocus pocus.
So we spoke about the offense to start. That there was going to be difficult to get this run game back on track. You do get the benefit though of getting Jaden Daniels back under center. We know what to expect from him. On the defensive side, you're not going up against Houdini, the greatest of all time, like you did Monday night, but Sam Darnold, Doc, as you know, playing some of the best quarterback in the NFL right now. The receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba, is giving teams hell
he's a monster.
Week in and week out. Buckeyes just seem to pump out receivers on a year in, year out basis. How confident are you that the defense can replicate the performance that they had in that first half?
Well, I'm thinking I hope they watch the Rams playoff game. When the Rams played the Vikings, they didn't give a damn about Sam Darnold. And they're younger, they're our age, so there's tape out there. So if you got the people, I bet you your payroll is higher than the Rams on the defensive front. See, man, this is not that complicated. You either want the wrong groceries or your chef lied to you about their credentials. Because if you got the right groceries and you have a chef that's trained, then your product is damn near guaranteed to be outstanding. So no excuses. No excuses.
Yeah, I think a lot of the pressure this
the Rams
weekend,
did it. Did you see the Rams?
They've done
See what they did to Darnold. They got his behind run out of town. Okay.
So I think the formula in the game plan is to try and heat them up, try to find different ways to manufacture pressure. We finally got to see the young cats, DOC, that you were clamoring for in Jordan McGee and Tyler Owens. Johnny Newton made some plays.
Now you're doing.
We'll see if
now you're going.
We'll see if he's able to make his return to the lineup this week. He was in and out versus Kansas City. Talk about Newton, but he made some plays. Do you expect to see, if you're the coaches, do you expect to see more of Jordan McGee and Tyler Owens based off of how they played? I want to throw Jacob Martin in there as well, Doc. 55, good Lord.
Oh, yeah, Jacob
Martin. He plays the game the right way. Yes.
I like him. I mean, I know this is a setup on your part. I'll do it for the sake of the show. I have no idea what they're going to do because they never do what I expect them to do.
Yeah.
And what I hope they do. So why would I have no idea? Because they do it the hard way. They don't just want to line up and go mano a mano. They want to add suspense into the game as to how they can outflank you. It's like me having 6 Sherman tanks. And I'm going to go all the way around the mountain instead of just going through the mountain. I'm not trying to alter their personality.
Yeah.
But you asked a dumb question. You know what they're going to do. You know exactly. They're determined to do it their way. So all I can do is pray for them.
And hope that it works.
It works out for them.
Yeah, and hope that it works.
That's all I can do. They've convinced me.
Well, look, at least they're trustworthy. They've built up some credit now based off of what happened last year.
No, I give them a lot of credit. But McGee playing 6 or 7 plays, you're playing 54.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Every play.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. It's embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
When you can put him at the edge. I don't say take him off the green dot, the green dot. Okay, if you only got one person that's bilingual, then put him on the end.
Yeah.
But that tells me your training, you knew this in the summer.
Yeah.
So, and then McGee finally gets to play. What am I going to do? Have a nervous breakdown trying to figure out why they do this and why I'm not spending a nickel, a dime of my time worried about them. Because there's a place for everybody that does not conform. To everybody there is. Either they're going to get the job done or we're going to be up against a rock and that thing they call a hard spot.
Yeah.
It's just not that hard for me. You either group or you're not.
I think Sunday they come out and show it. They got to have it Um, in terms of keeping their season alive. My confidence resides in the man that's going to be under center. Talking about Jaden Daniels. Real quick here to wrap up. Laramie Tunsil, we'll see if he's able to give it a go. I know we're both confident in Brandon Coleman getting this done if he has to step in there in relief. This offensive line, Doc, this is probably, no exaggeration, their toughest test since week 2 against Green Bay. Because this front that they have in Seattle is going to get after you. They're fast. They're not running a super complex system. They're going to be able to play fast and run to the football. I have my concerns. I ultimately think they get it done, and we'll see if this offensive line can rebound from last week's performance. Because I think, and when I say the offensive line, I'm talking about the tight ends as well, Bates and Sennett. We kept hearing the word target be used, Doc. They weren't targeting properly in the run game. It's hard to get to make your blocks when these linebackers are flying downhill at the speed that they are. We'll see if they're able to get it right. I know you'll be in attendance, so hopefully you being there gives us a little bit of good luck, man.
Well, I don't think Luck's gonna get it done, and I wouldn't hit a dead man right now. So they own their own, and they're capable.
Yeah,
Trust me, they're capable. And I wish I could be more boastful, but I'm not gonna do that because it just makes me look like a jackass, and I've done that enough. It's no excuse.
Yeah,
it's no excuse, man, for them to do what they did against Kansas City, the champions, for a half. You'd have been better off being lousy. Because then I wouldn't have been as emotionally tied in.
I wouldn't have thought you could do it. I totally agree.
Right.
I totally agree. I think
but now that I know they're holding talent hostage. Yeah. See, and they want DQ. They want him to beg them to come up, DQ, give us those words of wisdom and pearls, jewels. See, I pulled out a bat, a fungo bat, and I'd be chasing them all over the auditorium. Because now I'm even angry at them now because I know they can do
You're
it.
Capable.
And they were holding back talent.
Come on, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
they showed me who they are. And I tell you what, it's not faring well for Coach. Because when you don't get talent out of people that have talent, that soft label starts floating around.
Yeah.
When we thought you was a pirate.
Yeah. That's the antithesis of what they want to be. I think they'll get it done. We'll be with you.
I do too.
We'll be with you right after, giving you the analysis, telling you what went wrong, and how the game ended up going the way that it did. Appreciate you all liking. No, you'll be there too. Oh no! Hey, look, listeners out there. Hey, the listeners out there, don't be confused. He'll be there as well. We appreciate you all, though, man. Continuing to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll continue to give the ancillary comment with some film breakdowns coming next week. We didn't get you our film breakdown this week because we were a short week because of Monday Night Football, but we're on the chase.
Yeah, well,
let's get to 5,000.
A lot of them are happy.
Hey, look, well, no, they needed that, Doc. Look, I'm telling you, this is appointment listening for people. You don't understand that. That's where you missed the boat.
Well, I'll believe it when I read it. So y'all tell me that it's appointment listening and viewing for you to hear Lynnell do this 6-pack and all his breakdowns. I'd really like to hear that.
We're on the chase for 5,000 subscribers. Continue to like, subscribe, and comment to everything.
There we go. We go. Get to 5 grand.
Once we get to 5,000, we'll be on the march and the hunt to 10,000. So keep making it a must listen. Keep making it a must listen. We'll continue to pump out episodes. For the DOC, Rick Doc Walker, I'm Lynnell Willingham saying goodbye.